All right, everybody, we are back. We are here, and we are going to talk about some comic things. Starting out with some comic book news.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What you got?
December is set to be stacked. We got a couple of series. One returning, Flower Girls. I brought this in here. I brought this in here to the pod. I really loved it. I thought it was a good, little 3-run comic, and then it just disappeared. Like all the hot shit last year just stopped.
We were talking about that they were running out of paper or some shit. Like,
yeah,
it
has Marvel. To be someone's got the fucking stranglehold on the paper down there.
Yeah,
because that one stopped, but it's coming back in December.
Cool.
Also in December, we are getting the first Two-Face series.
The first one ever?
Yeah. Like solo Two-Face series.
I saw that. It's supposed to be him in the courtroom. Like it's a law, which is kind of cool.
And they're like
while he's Two-Face?
Yeah.
It's like they're splitting it up. I don't know what it's about, but
split up.
It's like they're splitting it up. There's an actual visual cue for the other side of his face. It's like a full man, but it looks burned and really crazy.
I want to say this is. You remember I want to say that this comes off of the writer that did the Batman in the Deep, the Little Cthulhu one.
If it's Christian Ward, then yes.
I think that's what it was, and then he like really had fun writing that Harvey Dent and. I saw that what you shared on the pod on the group that he said something like he had so much fun writing that he went to see him what it would look like in the courtroom. So I'm excited because if it's the one that I'm thinking of, the Little Cthulhu Batman Black Label comic.
I saw it today.
Yeah, I really loved his writing style on there and what he did with Harvey Dent. So I'm excited to see how this is going to work out.
Well, he's definitely made a lasting impression because it looks pretty cool. Again, never read a Two-Face anything, so sort of interested. The only other thing is this comic coming out from Image called Vicarious. It sounds like a straight up movie that you've seen with Ryan Reynolds. It's like rich people pay to live through proxies and shit like that.
They pay to proxies. They're not like robots or anything. Like they pay.
They're probably not robots, but they're just.
I'm in my wrong mind. When you said vicarious, it sounds like a gay Viking.
Fuck.
It might be. Vicarious. Oh, he's got the shield with another man.
Yeah.
I didn't know the man's hugging the shield from behind.
Yeah.
Just to throw in, I'm not sure you have any more announcements, but I forgot to put this in the chat. But there is an Alien Romulus comic coming out in October, October 16th.
Based off the movie?
Mm-hmm. It's a one shot.
Have we ever read any of the Alien comics here? Anybody?
Yeah, we did. We started.
We read one.
Yeah, we read issue 1. Yeah, that we didn't.
And that was we didn't come back to it. And I know I didn't come back to it. That was probably one of those weeks where I didn't actually end up reading the shit.
Apparently, we need superheroes in our Alien shit because that's coming back in November.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Honestly, that's all I have for comic book news.
And just to reiterate, that is the same. It was Batman City of Madness that I was thinking.
Oh, is it? Okay.
The one.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So he said he had so much fun writing that character. He can't wait to see him. He's gonna put him back where he belongs in the courtroom.
Fine. I know, right? That'll be.
So
yeah.
I'm excited to see how that's
gonna
work
out. DC. Heads or tails?
Heads or tails.
I'm down. I'm really looking forward to it. God knows they need something to pull my attention that's not. Has to be a Batman property, but at least it's one we haven't seen.
Another one.
Absolute Power is pretty good.
Yeah,
so
sure.
Yeah. Another Batman property.
It's an Amanda Waller property.
It's Batman.
They kind of moved her to the side. It's all about the big Batman symbol.
It's about get away. Get out of here.
Obviously.
Get out of here, Wall. You're get out of here, Wall.
You can't move the wall.
Yeah, she moved.
She was a nice stepping stone.
Jay stepped on the wall.
It's nice.
Get to the real.
Exactly.
Yep.
They climbed over it.
My guilty pleasure right now has been DC versus Vampires.
Ooh, how's
DC
that?
Vampires.
Oh, yeah, we did.
The first issue of the first run. They got the second run going right now called the World War V.
Oh,
nice.
That's exactly what you think it is.
It sounds.
I bet it's not.
No, yeah. The thing about what was that one dead? The dead.
Is she undead?
Yeah.
Deceased.
It didn't
Deceased.
deceased. There you go.
Yeah.
Deceased
That-
was sick.
It
I
was
loved it.
it was sick from the start, but then the second iteration of it was
Yeah, it
even
was-
hotter. It was
yeah.
like so hot, and this felt like, oh, I need to wait for them to get to the second run of it, because the first initial shock, like who's a vampire, who's not, I don't really care about that. But once we get to what they were trying to do, like fucking the world up and seeing how they can change
I honestly, because I went back and reread the original run, the 12 issues, and I actually liked all that building, like who's the vampire leader, blah blah, and then you find out who it is and everything leading up to it, and then I thought the 12th issue like fucking kind of phase dive, and then now this new iteration is going. It's kind of it's getting me back just a little bit. I'm kind of liking what they're doing with the time displaced after.
Okay. All right, cool. With that being said, guys, we're going to turn now to comic book reviews. Yeah. This recommend came from Haido. He spoke about it the last time we were here and talked about comics we were reading. Mm-hmm. And just so happened the second issue is out. So we're going to talk about the Power Fantasy 2.
And one kind of.
Yeah.
For a recap.
Yeah.
Well, take it away.
Kieran Gillian, the mastermind behind the ending of X-Men Krakoa era, and
Ooh.
Sins of Sinister.
yeah, and like the pretty much the last half of the X-Men run. Yeah, I mean, this is his baby through Image Comics with Casper. Who's the
Wedgingard.
There you
I
go.
follow him on IG. He does great. Great art.
Beautiful art. It's kind of centered. He explained the idea on this X-Men podcast called Cerebro, where they kind of go back and do like the entire chronological like publication of a character. He was a guest there for, I forget who it was. It might have been Hope. But during that, he talked about he was working on this, and it was like right before it came out. And the way he described it is, when you get these people that have these powers are so just ginormous, how do you go? What if you put them in a setting where it's almost like a Cold War setting, where any one of them could wipe each other out, and they're just on this ever living tension of just like deterrent from each other, like. Yeah, your power can destroy the planet. My power can destroy the planet, and they have this like tension of
Like
this determinant
Power Scojo.
Yeah,
Like if one gets tipped over, it's game over for everybody.
and it really intrigued me. So when it came out, I recommended let's check out the first issue. You guys want? And I read the first issue and I loved it.
Me too.
His character development is
Top notch.
yeah,
Yeah.
fantastic. The way he writes characters, the way he writes just situations. Nobody in any of these books, like at least the titular characters, none of them are good people.
No.
They're all just like
Everyone's got their gray, like, and like their own morality.
yeah,
Nuanced.
Like nuance, yeah.
Yeah.
But their like you would think, like somebody said that I'm very ethical. Like the main character, like I'm very ethical. I want to try my best to do the right thing. But what is this right thing, and what is he willing to do to uphold this the so-called
And the way
right
he
thing?
keeps saying ethical, it's like he's trying to remind himself.
that he is good.
Yeah.
Like he said, like he even has like I like the whole like he has mind powers, and he said I'm using it on myself to keep myself as balanced as possible because without that
it's scary.
It is scary. Yeah, like he knows how scary, like how he can go over the line anytime he wants to.
And right off the bat in the first issue, we get a taste of what that power scaling is like. One of the, I guess you can call him Magneto, the Magneto.
the
of the
heavy-
situation.
I was like when his name is Magus.
Yeah.
I was calling him Magnus for like a few. So I'm like, is his name just Magnus? Oh wait, I was just reading my fucking
Yeah, and I mean it's
pretty much him. Yeah.
it's that, and the cool thing about it is that it does come from the guy that just spent the last 3 years writing X-Men.
Exactly.
So it's like maybe stuff that he really wanted to touch off on there that obviously didn't align with the Krakoa era.
yeah, that was never
or-
gonna like line. That was
Yeah.
never gonna end up being there.
Marvel editorial probably said, nah, bro.
Yeah,
No.
and this is cool that he's able to take this out and flesh it out in his own way, and probably with more freedom to
Oh
do
yeah.
it.
I also like the fact that we're messing around, like, especially in issue 2, that we got introduced more of the working of this world, like how there are like 3 different sects. There are the mutants, like the people who like the atomics as they call them, Then you have the basically extra-dimensional gods.
The angels and demons.
The angels and demons.
Which are only two.
Yeah, there's only two.
I love that.
Yeah. Like there's like 3 big mutants, but there are only 2 extra-dimensional like demons and angels. And then there's a magician. Like using some sort of magic, which I'm interested to see when we get to that because I don't think they've been introduced yet.
Yeah,
That's her right there.
Huh? No.
Yeah,
I thought that she's a mutant.
I think
I
think the painter might be the magician.
Yeah.
Oh.
The little painter girl.
Okay.
Maybe I'm not really sure what their power really is, but they do hint at some like weird like duality, dark evil and darkness.
Yeah, because they say that the what's his name, Etienne, said he could use his powers to keep his mind balanced, but he can't use his powers on her.
Yeah.
Because it's a black hole.
And she was like, because it's a black hole. He's like, I didn't say that. No, it did.
The void.
Yeah, it's really cool. The premise of it
Turned that boy into a hacky sack. He did.
Yeah, the premise that they're going with it is really cool to see, just from like a geopolitical standpoint, and kind of like what we're facing in our reality, right?
Right, and seeing how it would be maximized to
Yeah.
the fucking 10th power.
Yeah.
With all this stuff going on. I could see how he would have originally wrote this if they could do this with the X-Men in the world where we had Avengers and other superheroes.
Yeah.
I could see how he really wanted to play out this dynamics of how potentially world-ending and dangerous that mutants are. And we never really get to it, it's so big, it's just like their own problems, their own threats, occasionally whatever the world's zeroing in on. But I could see how they would have stripped him and he got to put it somewhere else. So I'm glad he got to put it in use elsewhere. And honestly, expanding on it makes it so much more like you can really see like, fuck, that would be quite the conundrum.
Yeah. Because
I did have to click the button.
He could not have had
He's an
Xavier just kill the United States president.
But if they let him do it, what world would we be in right now?
It's exactly what like those questions that he can't ask or answer at Marvel. That he's able to
can't
do those here, which is really cool.
Yeah, I'm glad for him because it's dope.
Yeah, I do love how everybody is very just egregiously based on a continuing mutant or X-Men character, because in the first issue the journalist is talking to him, is like, you're an atomic like us, like all I can do is make fireworks, like this very Jubilee.
Only my fingernails glow.
Exactly. I can only change my hair color. That's it. Like, well, that sucks, but like you're one of us, so you're part of it.
Man, I would have been so upset.
That's my only ability.
You're a fucking freak. Why? Because your fingernails are rainbow colored.
She's like, I can't control it.
I can cause seizures to certain people.
So watch out.
Watch out. You don't know
if you have an iron deficiency, be careful. I might give you the drips.
But no, and I have to say, just kudos again to like this artwork is just gorgeous.
I like the character design. Everyone
it is
stands out. Like you could the whole if you know who each character is just by their outline.
Silhouette,
that this right here, it hits that. It hits that.
And the simplicity of the not to say that the art is simplified, but the simplicity of like the paneling and the artwork, just and sensified. It allows the story, I feel like, to not rely so much on grandeur splash pages.
Yeah. Right.
Because this is more of a a really philosophical insight into like we said, the geopolitical standpoints. Yeah, it's super dope.
Really, really, really dope comic. I'll definitely be putting that on my pull list because, like I said, I'm super into it.
For sure.
Next, a comic book that I'm really sad that I don't physically own, and that is The Moon is Following Us, written by Daniel Warren Johnson, drawing by, I'm going to butcher his name, Bismo Riley, I want to say, Riley.
Oh.
Man, what a dope comic.
Yeah, I didn't get through all of it.
Essentially,
I was not a fan.
So take it away, please.
Yeah.
Essentially, I think me and Chris are in the same boat here.
Nah.
But essentially, it's another Daniel Warren Johnson premise that feels kind of random. It's like two parents are trying to save their daughter from or pull her out of a coma by going into a dream world and making themselves essentially warriors to get through a bunch of quests to get to her.
Yeah.
And then that comes the randomness, the excitement, all the different characters. Beautifully
Sounds familiar.
Yeah,
That's a lot of his, like some of his like books, his own ideas and stuff. Also, we've kind of also this premise, and I know like Clarence will touch on this. Like the premise is definitely not something that hasn't been done before, especially like recently with we read Cemetery Kids.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Kind of like that. Like honestly, almost the same because like they have to go into the game to try to save their friend and stuff. But like it to me, it's not about like whether it's been done before because everything's been done before. If you want to go with that argument, I just think that it seems fine. Like I'm interested. It got my attention to want to know what's going to happen next. That's all I say. Like I'm interested. So, and he hasn't like failed me yet, really. So I can trust him.
The only thing that really pulled me, I mean, I gotta wait for the story to develop a little more.
Yeah,
I am on Clarence's side with that. I gotta wait for it to develop a little more. But the only thing that really immediately pulls me in is Biz Riley and Daniel Warren Johnson's depiction of this thick-legged mommy.
Oh yeah, booty.
I mean, really, all you need. In my opinion.
Yeah, that's only keep my attention. Yeah,
she's beautifully illustrated everywhere.
As you guys already alluded to it, I wasn't the biggest fan of this book. I didn't find myself attached to the premise like I did with some of his past works.
Okay.
I didn't find myself attached to many of the characters that he introduced, or the world.
You don't like the frog? You don't like the frog?
Not really.
Brio? Oh.
Not really.
Okay.
It's
you don't like the old man?
I mean, from the little that I read, he didn't do shit.
Yeah,
He did.
Frog.
He helped him at the end.
Oh,
Yeah.
maybe I didn't get to that.
yeah. He's posted up. He's a sniper. He's posted up.
I mean, I'm with you on that. I mean, it felt very sample tray, the way we got experience to the world, because the world is just a castle. We at this point we saw a very beautiful castle.
Yeah.
At that point, but it's just a castle, and creatures. I mean, it's sample tray stuff here. So, and like Clarence said, I'm in the same camp of I'm not as super attached to the characters right away
compared to like past
his
works.
previous works.
Yeah.
The characters are not pulling me in, because it's like a realm that I can't even relate to as far as
because it's a mismatch of a lot of things.
Yeah. So I gotta wait for it to evolve and see what it becomes. The art.
Because I'll give it that chance because I love his work.
Yeah.
Whenever Daniel Warren does anything, I always love his work. This is the first time I always have to hit a home run every time.
Yeah,
but
I would say it's not like an immensely like interesting like number one. If you're basing it off that, like I get it, especially how quick it was. It feels like it could have been a little bit longer to flesh out some other things to entice your interest to buy the next issue. But I don't know. Like you said, this Warren Johnson's
right. He's doing something right.
He's doing
this
something
shit's
right.
Sold out. Like it's already by the time I put it on the list, which was Saturday night. Again, sorry about that, guys.
You mean yesterday?
A few hours ago.
By the time I put it on the docket, it was already going back for its second printing of the first issue.
I was going to say
Sold
for a
out
second.
everywhere.
For a second, I'm like, I guess we're not doing it.
I was really looking for a third heat. Like I just had Ultramega, Power Fantasy, and I was about to put the Avengers on. I bought that out of desperation. I was like, all right, Avengers 18, we were just here. I don't necessarily want to go back, but it's all I got. And then get on Twitter and say this book sold out and it's going back to I was like, did I miss something?
It wasn't talked about. Yeah, it was never really announced. It was like under the radar, and then out of nowhere.
And then I fucking remember vaguely bringing it up one pod that he was doing a project with Riz Riley, and I was like, I can't wait to see that. I even saw the page when they were working on it on the castle scene.
Yeah,
and I was like, huh, and then just blinked out of my psyche.
It's funny that when you put this on the dock and I started, I only read a little bit of it and get enough time to read all of it. But I completely went through the artist and just because I was trying to finish it and catch up, and I'm like, this looks very familiar. Like I've seen this nose on the character before.
Exactly.
Like this character models look very familiar. And then it wasn't until right now I said Daniel Warren Johnson. I was like, oh.
Yeah, and the artist is fucking blowing up. He did he was doing the Sandman. We read the one that showed that. So it's cool. I'm glad I got it anyway. It's on the docket. Yeah. I'm subscribed to it now. I won't miss issue 2.
Exactly.
There was just so much happening within the first issue, and I'm still not entirely sure
why should you care?
What was the entire purpose of the panel with the kiss at the moon is following us? Were they all playing the game at the time? Were they going for a walk in the park? Or?
Okay, you know what? You are right. I forgot. Like, it could have, if that's the centerpiece.
I'm just confused.
No, yeah. Like, if that's the centerpiece, we get one panel, which was mysterious and cool, but like, why? And you want me to stick around and wait maybe 2 issues to figure out why? I was like, come on, you could at least give us a little bit more illusion of why this happened. Maybe why she's in a coma in the first place, because I'm guessing that's the reason.
Right.
But we'll have to see.
We'll have to see.
Yeah.
This is a very Image stacked list, now that I think about it. Jeez.
Yeah. Image got it.
Also from Image, the return of a comic we have all been waiting for.
You.
It's been,
3 years? I told you all.
Goddamn 3 years.
If you speak it, it will return. And from now here again.
Ultramega.
Ultramega is back.
Welcome back.
We are back.
All right.
I've never been so confused. I had to go back and read it all again.
Man,
I'm so happy.
man.
It's so good.
Just opening it up and seeing the goofy ass characters and the little coloration and
The fucking,
I almost forgot
the movements and the fucking artwork and the fucking, oh man.
Yeah.
The intention of the characters and the world of it, I almost forgot about it, and like how serious and how dopey it is at the same time. I'm ginormous. I'm huge, and you refer to me as his hugeness.
Oh man, I am happy to be back in this world.
I keep forgetting it's a goofy appeal until they start pulling people's fucking heads off and blood is spraying everywhere.
Yeah, it's goofy Ultraman, but like a whole bunch of fucking blood and them just murdering just like these kaijus and just regular people sometimes.
And with talking heads and shit.
And talking heads. Yeah.
It's talking to you, isn't it? It's talking shit, isn't it? We will be the strongest duel team in all the universe.
Look at him. He's just a head. Come on. Look at him. He's just a head. What are you going to do?
The thing I loved about this book, especially the comeback of it, that it feels fresh, like it's now going into the lore of Ultraman or Ultramega, right?
Yeah.
Like, excuse me, the first 4 issues, told the story and that they developed and they put Ultramega as this superhero that's needed, and now this book kind of like twists all that you know in his head
Upside down.
and now you're kind of like, this is it's a brand new feeling. Like now the more I learn about this place, the more that I question what's happening in the background and what we were just reading.
Yeah.
Like this is a hell of a way to come back with a brand new twist on the story, with a brand new I guess plot point, or I don't want to say plot point, but more
I'm not even sure who the hero or who the villain is. I just think Earth's a battleground now.
Love it.
Yeah.
I'm on that boat.
Because at first I thought we were like, when we first opening, I thought maybe we were doing like a fresh start. I don't know. Like I thought, are we in the future? Like, is this like the far future when everyone's like an Ultramega somehow or something like that? But then it, said, nope, that was somewhere else. Now you're here. And I'm like, okay. And then we go back to another planet that some other shit is happening. It's like, I love how you have like 3 layers of this story that's now developing.
And I think that we have such a good history with this that at this point on this, I'm taking this in issue 1 and just, where are you going to take me? I have my preconceptions. I have my premonitions of what these mean. The two, kind of like what's going on. I have an idea of what I think is doing, but I trust them so much that I'm just like, okay, it's confusing. It's weird. Mm-hmm. I don't know how I feel about this. I don't know how comfortable I am with what we're touching on, but I lead me. My hands is out. My
thank
hands
you.
are out.
I will continue to follow you. Just be gentle.
Right. Just take me.
Just keep ripping heads off.
Keep ripping heads off. Yeah. Same fuck. I don't know. But I love how I keep remember like, oh yeah, they do curse enough. Like fuck you. Like on the alien planet. Like, and don't fuck it up. Like, oh shit. Okay, you right.
Beautifully rendered. I mean, it was really, really, really cool to start this way because unlike Clarence, I didn't go back and read anything. I just kind of walked in with my previous knowledge, and it's kind of, like he said, set us on the path to what feels like a number 1. That's how I'm taking it. This is arc 2 in my mind. Mm-hmm. And wow, it was smart to start that way and give us a whole different perspective on what we've been seeing. Because we only know Kaiji bad. Which
Kaiju bad, Ultraman good, Ultramega good.
Yeah, exactly.
They fight.
Now we don't even know that.
Now I don't know anything. I didn't know anything when I came in. I forgot characters. I forgot
names.
The last time we saw Homeboy on the cover, he got his head kicked into space by a kaiju. I was like,
I did have to go back and just kind of skim through issue 4, just like real quickly. It's kind of like, oh, okay, and then like everything clicked back into.
yeah, the characters started to stand out to me from issue 4, and I was like, okay, these are the last group of people I saw when I read this comic.
Yeah.
I'm so glad this is back.
Yeah.
I mean,
we're
well
back,
written.
baby.
And I want to believe that lake was not there, that the mother created that lake.
Right.
I don't believe
yeah.
that.
That's our moisture.
Yeah, that's her.
Moisturize me.
It's really well done, man.
So happy to be back in this goofy
Yeah,
universe.
and it looks like, I mean, hopefully pray to God, but apparently we're gonna get the next one next month.
Yeah, if you
it's coming out.
if you read some of the fan mail in the back,
Yeah.
he says that he has completely reinvigorated his interest in the universe, and he has so many ideas to expand it to.
Oh, love to hear that.
I mean, I can see why it took him 3 years. This book is big.
Big.
Yeah,
It's
at
a
least
big return.
exactly. It didn't waste your time. At least
Yeah.
like there is a lot here. It's thick. It won't. You're not gonna get just like 17 pages and that's it.
And
It
it
is
also leads to
substantial.
it alluded us to see that the mother may also be like possessed. Either she's possessed or she was grieving, one of the two. Because I don't that whole scene with the little extra ghouly tentacle thingy inside that room with her, I don't know what that was.
Oh, under her and everything.
Because it was still like the human form was there, but
Yeah.
there was a monster squirreling around inside of the building with her. So when she answered the door, it wasn't the human version of her; it was the monster version of her that answered the door. But the human version is inside there still.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean it was in her ass?
Yeah, it came out of
her ass.
Came out of her ass.
Yeah,
Booty butt cheeks.
Came out of the booty butt cheeks. I think I could hold that in there. Yeah, really excited. Now I just need
the 5B.
Orphan and the 5Bs.
I was like, all right, just put it out there, guys. Put it out there.
And then we're back to
And we're back. I know
a
we've
prime
come.
level of comics where
I'm tired, boss. I have no more energy to give. Shut up and give it.
Shut up and give it.
Shut up and give
open. Open the 5Bs.
But yeah, guys, man, I'm so glad this is back. Oh man,
Yes.
I'm really happy. Image is not missing right now.
No. Oh, wait, that and didn't We Lived in really end?
Oh no,
Part
I
two.
think
They
that
didn't get paid.
Oh, then again.
I walked away.
He walked away.
they did enough. They had arc 1, 2,
Yeah.
arc black, arc white. They had enough.
We'll be all right with that black and white.
Okay.
It's getting a little funky.
Yeah, it's a little crazy.
We'll miss it, but damn,
Yeah.
it was good.
Yeah, fine.
I live with the first arc,
Yeah, of course.
and I love with that, and
Love that sound.
let it be in my memory from there on.
I know, right? That's how it was, and that's how it always was.
That's how
It
it
is.
is.
Yes.
It's more than most people get. So, hey. But yeah, with that being said, guys, before we kick this thing out of here, is there anything else that you guys are showing interest in reading? You want to let the people know about, or
I don't have much number one, so I've been reading the same stuff over and over. But like I said, Vampire DC, DC versus vampires. I don't know why the fuck I started reading it, but
But do you regret it?
No, because
Exactly.
it's sexy Barbara Gordon and the vampire fucking in the cover, and I was like, oh,
Oh, Primal Instinct led you here, huh?
wait a minute.
Fucking neurons. Neuron activation.
I've been in this Google search before.
Oh my god.
speaking of simply neurons firing off, I'm starting to really get this 90s return vibe. A lot of comics are coming back out of the woodworks. Chitara looks decent. Scarlet from G.I. Joe looks decent.
Oh, okay.
And then there's like one other. Witchblade came back. They're on
Witchblade?
issue 3.
Witchblade?
What the fuck?
Top Cow. Yep. Image
Okay.
Top Cow. They're on issue 3 right now. I was this close to picking it up, but I didn't know, man. I didn't know. Like Witchblade, is that something we would be into? I don't know.
Try it.
Hey, we can try it. Yeah, find out.
I've never
We're gonna get
read-
cheeks either way. So I mean,
Yeah, I've never read Witchblade, so I'd be.
Yeah.
It seems fun. Like I might do it. I might tell you guys how it works.
Have any of you guys checked any of the current X-Men line that started?
Almost picked up that X-Men, but I
how's
just
it?
That's fair. That's fair.
I'm trying to let it breathe.
It's
No.
it's new. It's new. It's
It hasn't found its footing yet.
Yeah, it's
It
trying to
hasn't.
establish
It
footing.
hasn't.
Yeah.
It hasn't found its
Of
foot.
all the things I've been hearing about, Avengers has been taking over fucking
that.
Twitter.
Yeah.
So if that tells me that X-Men is not where it needs to be yet, not saying anything to those writers or the
Well,
artists.
it's. I
But-
would say it's always going to be tough to bring people down from Krakoa.
I know. Yeah, you can't. That's is up here. They're gonna have wait a little bit before coming back up, and it's you know what, if it gives like Avengers some time to shine,
I do say if you're gonna check any of them, I recommend Uncanny X-Men. That's Rogue's little like team. I recommend that one. That's the best one in my opinion.
I heard they were advertising. I think in one of the comics that we were reading, they were advertising Mystique. She's getting a comic.
She's getting her own comic. Storm's getting her own run. Dazzler #1 just came out. Mm-hmm. It's Dazzler. It's cool.
It is Dazzler.
I did see.
If you want to live your diva moments, might be for you.
Idol, idol
exactly.
stuff. Yeah.
I saw a comic that infuriated me. I saw a Joker like the World comic. Where
did you flip through it?
No, they was all plastic. They were really pretentious about it.
Oh yeah, they were really protected.
You gotta buy it. You can't just flip.
You can't just look at it, man.
I turned it on the back and it was like Joker's mania goes worldwide or whatever.
What?
Like,
what's that
and I saw different versions of the Joker.
No, it's not.
Yeah, I can tell.
It literally is. It's like an anthology. Different writers and different artists do different sections. And it's about just a bad day in the life of this random person in this random place in the world. You got a Brazil setting,
France, Europe,
all these other France places. Setting, Brazil setting, and I want another one, but it's basically that person
turned into a Joker,
more or less.
Okay. And I could not be more, because it literally reminds me of Batman Incorporated. Like that did not work out well. Okay. I was like, why are you doing this concept again with the Joker? At least with Batman, he has the money and the resources to make that concept make sense.
Joker's 2 is coming out.
These people are not like intertwined at all. It's just this random person just, I don't know, has a bad day at work and just comes home and decides to murder everybody. Like, it's weird.
It put the blood on the face.
Read the first.
There you go.
Yeah. I read the first one and then like skimmed through the other two and I was like,
I'm good.
Okay, I get it.
I know.
I am A-okay.
Somebody thought that was good on paper.
I mean,
Joker worldwide.
It sounds good on paper. Like,
yeah, it sounds good, but it sounds interesting enough to read. But
I mean, sure,
you can't get me that easy. You got to do some goddamn work. And doing anthology Joker series, it's like, what makes it special? Then I don't know. It just seems a little like we're beating the horse instead of trying to come up with new ways to turn the wheel.
Birthing more horses.
Exactly.
Birthing. You have 70 bazillion black characters that you could focus on.
No.
And you're making a series where you come up with 7 other Jokers just out of nowhere.
Way easier.
But they can't.
Way easy.
Sure, whatever, I guess.
People will buy it. Those fucking nerds that eat it up.
They definitely will.
Okay, I'm not risking money on a black man comic that isn't Jon Stewart.
Right. And they anticipated it too, because that shit's, like I said, that shit's in plastic. Yeah, exactly. They're like, you gotta pay. But with that being said, guys, that's the end of our comic book reviews. Yeah. Are you guys reading Ultramega? If you're not, you should. Yeah, are you reading Power Fantasy? You should. I'm just gonna go out and limb recommend everything here. You gotta check it out. You gotta check it out. Come on, it's so cool.
Oh my god, we should. I know they're gonna make one. I gotta get the Beetlejuice comic.
I'm not spending no more fucking money on Tim Burton. Okay, no
Beetlejuice, man. Come on. Come on, you like me. Come on.
What me do?
You want me to do?
Man, could
not like that.
You can follow us on social. Go ahead. You
can follow us at Thirsty Nerds everywhere.
And you can follow me at Sumo on Instagram and Twitter. I really get active in the Twitter spaces about comics, and I would like to do more.
You can follow me at Stooge Prime on Twitter.
You can follow me at What's King Making on TikTok.
You can follow me at Just_Uno on Instagram and Twitter. And make sure you guys check out all the books today. Make sure you write down what you guys are reading, and see you later, nerds.
Peace out, nerds.